Jose Chille DeCastro's Wednesday afternoon livestream following the death of political activist Charlie Kirk somehow turned away from the subject of mourning Kirk's death and into a celebration of all things Chille DeCastro. Kirk's death on Wednesday brought national headlines as police had not shared information on suspects in the incident as of Wednesday evening. DeCastro started his stream by remembering Kirk, who he said he had met at a Turning Point USA event in 2020. While making it clear that he had no problems with Kirk, DeCastro explained that he disagreed with Kirk's position on a lot of issues, including that of the treatment of transgender individuals. He said he left his association with Kirk and Turning Point USA over these disagreements. DeCastro proclaimed that Kirk's death was the new 9/11 for influencers, and that the day would go down in history as the day that influencers became fearful for their lives and may be attacked or killed for speaking out on the subjects that they were passionate about. The YouTuber and self-proclaimed constitutional law scholar complained bitterly that police showed no fear when they interacted with influencers and that influencers would need to watch their own backs going forward. He then went into graphic detail about Kirk's injuries, telling his audience that he knew Kirk was dead, as he had been shot in the throat. He said that, as a hunter, he would often wound an animal in that area, as it was guaranteed to end the animal's life. Turning his attention to his current trip to Duncan, Oklahoma, DeCastro said that the trip was costing him money, as he would be out $2,000 in airfare, as he had just paid for his ticket home. He said the cause was worth it, and implied that he would be making his money back off of super chats and donations from his fans for the coverage. The YouTuber said that he was hearing from much more people in Duncan who were telling him that they were pulled over on their bicycles, just like Heather Chandler. Chandler's arrest for a fake DUI and her subsequent encounters with police while riding her bicycle, after losing her license, prompted DeCastro's visit to the area. DeCastro rallied against requiring bicyclists to follow traffic laws and said that it was unnecessary for police to pull over bicyclists for riding their bikes on the wrong side of the road. He also rallied against Duncan police officers Nathan and Christian Hicks. Nathan Hicks is the Duncan Police Force's canine officer. Hicks, his wife, is also a member of the Duncan Police Force. DeCastro has accused Christian Hicks of murdering canine officer Ringo with a rifle last year and has demanded a new investigation into the murder of Ringo by police or an outside agency. Both Duncan Police Chief Brian Attaway and Police Major David Woods said that McReynolds had previously told DeCastro that an investigation into Ringo's apparent death was conducted and would have to contact the Duncan District Attorney for more information about the outcome. Chief Attaway also explained directly to DeCastro on Wednesday that it was Duncan police policy not to talk to reporters without advanced permission to do so from the chief. At that time, he told DeCastro that he would not be giving his officers permission to talk to DeCastro. Despite Chief Attaway's warning, DeCastro said that he had gone to the Hickses' house, saw a squad car parked in the driveway, and received no response when he knocked on their door to interview the couple. DeCastro told his followers that the couple were cowards for not responding to his legitimate request for an interview. Continuing his thoughts on Duncan police, DeCastro said that his influence was so powerful and fear of exposure by DeCastro was so great that police were no longer patrolling the streets of Duncan and may not do so until he leaves. Describing his growing national influence, DeCastro accused YouTube of attempting to stifle that influence. He directly stated that YouTube punished him for exposing the so-called Trump takeover of Washington, D.C. last month by suspending his account for a week. DeCastro had previously claimed that his investigation of the Trump takeover exposed it as a hoax, and that there was no police crackdown following President Donald J. Trump dispatching National Guardsmen to fight a supposed crime emergency in the nation's capital. Recent news stories by the Associated Press side with DeCastro's assessment, as the majority of dispatched National Guardsmen filled time in the city working on gardening and city beautification programs due to a lack of crime in the area. DeCastro's passionate pleas did nothing to help the GoFundMe individual campaigns he set up for himself, Heather Chandler, and Craig Hendry. Wednesday's GoFundMe crown went to Sean Paul, Long Island Audit Reyes, with $185 in donations to his Help Me Fight These Unlawful Charges campaign. His Support the Fight Against Tyranny and Corruption campaign placed second with a $161 donation. Lane Myers's Legal Defense Give Send Go campaign placed third with a $5 donation. Thursday saw a repeat victory for Reyes's Help Me Fight These Unlawful Charges campaign with $106 in new donations. There were no other donations observed to campaigns we follow for either day. DeCastro announced that he would be live streaming for several hours in celebration of his birthday later on Thursday.